Been a while. It's been a while. It has been a while. But, you know, there was so much stuff happening in like this 1 week, and I just really wanted to do it all, and then I ended up doing none of it. So you know what? I'm gonna start with the most important thing, and then later in the week I'm just gonna go on and do other videos about like the Spider-Man trailer, Transformers trailer, you know, whatever that. But I want to talk about Rogue One today. What I thought about it, you know, if I liked it, if I didn't, you know, what I did like, what I didn't like, you know, let's get into it. I'm gonna say it first though, before I start with the things I like. I did not like Jyn Erso or Captain Cassian. I thought their characters were very bland and boring. I think it's really the side characters that really stood out in this movie, like K2SO. He was very funny. You know that there's always gonna be that one person in real life too, so it, you know, it just grounds the movie a bit, and he actually gets a little bit of backstory. He's a reprogrammed Imperial droid, and I thought that's kind of cool. You know, we never really seen that in the movies. Of course, expanded universe. The entire third act was crazy. This Battle of Scarif, there was so much going on. There was a lot of strategy going into it. I just thought that was really great look on the war that's happening in Star Wars. There's, you know, the really cool scene with Donnie Yen's character, Chirrut. I'm not even gonna try that one. He takes out a whole bunch of stormtroopers with just a stick. It's really awesome to see that kind of stuff. You know, there's even suicide bombers and, you know, stuff like that. Acts of terrorism, stuff that really happens in war, and really, like, grounded to see that in a Star Wars movie, and that was a big thing for Rogue One. Another character I really like is Rhodey Brook, or Bodhi Rook. I don't fucking know. I already forgot. I really liked his character because, I don't know, he defected from the Empire. He didn't have a whole lot of backstory. He's sent by Galen or so. He had a message to find Saw Gerrera. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool, and I don't know. His delivery was really good. He was a very good actor, I think. But this movie really shows his acting talents off, and I really enjoyed his character. Donnie Yen and Zhang Wen's character, I really like their friendship, but you know, you don't get a whole lot of backstory at all between them either. You don't really know why they even joined this cause. They kind of just tag along throughout the entire thing because Captain Cassian flew them off the Jedha when it was getting destroyed. They kind of just joined his alliance. I didn't really understand that, but you know, it's not really a big deal because they're cool characters. They bring a lot to the story, I think. The Death Star was great. They blew up Jedha first. The CGI is so good in this movie. Let me tell you, the landscape of Edu, I think the planet where Galen Erso was on. The CGI there is great. The CGI of the destroying Jedha, that's great. This movie has great visual effects, and it's really surprising too because they probably put a lot of money into CGI Tarkin, which is something in this movie. I think it looks really good now. It's gonna get very dated in the future, and he was in it way too much. I don't know. He was in at least 5 different briefing scenes, and the CGI, like I said, looks great, but the mouth movement is very, very weird, I'd say. And seeing it was kind of distracting, but at the same time, it was great to see him, and he needed to be in the story. We got to see Bail Organa. I thought that was kind of cool, you know. It's great to see that the Disney's not forgetting the prequels. We had Mon Mothma, Bail Organa. It's great to see that. This movie is like a love letter to New Hope. You know how J.J. Abrams just took everything and copied Episode 4? This one takes stuff from Episode 4, forms its own story, feels like Star Wars, and it isn't just a carbon copy of Episode 4 like J.J. Abrams pulled off. And I really do enjoy this movie, but sadly there are some things that I do not enjoy, and I'm going to go on to them in like a second. The first act, very weird. The structure is it's like moves fast and slow at the same time. The beginning is super fast. It's just planet, next planet, next planet, next planet. A lot to take in, I'd say, and you know, you didn't have time for anything to sink in. Something that I didn't like about Suicide Squad is it explained every single trait about its character during like the first couple minutes of the movie, so we can't find anything out for ourselves as the viewer. You know, they start listing Jyn's offenses, you know, who she is. I don't know, I didn't really like that form of characterization. Captain Cassian, for someone who's focused so much on it during this movie, he might just be the worst part of this movie. He's so bland. The performance is alright. He doesn't have a lot to work with. The lines that he has are bland. His character's bland. There's not a lot of characterization to him, no backstory, no nothing. We barely know anything about this guy. I don't like him. Everything he does makes literally no sense, especially the beginning when he kills that guy. I don't get it. Why would he do that? There was literally no reason to do that. The first act moves very, very slowly. Saw Gerrera is useless. He really didn't need to be there. I think it might have been fan service to the Clone Wars fans, but no one really watched Clone Wars. They got like 1 million viewers per show, which is actually pretty good. But a lot of Star Wars fans and the casual moviegoers would have no idea who Saw Gerrera is. It's kind of useless. He didn't really need to be in the story at all. He was just there for exposition. It's a quick little scene in the movie. It's literally so fast. But something I don't like is Jin's mother. I'm not sure what her name is because she's not in it very long. Because, you know, she gets killed. She's such a fucking idiot. So, her and Jin are going to go hide because the Empire's coming. Galen Merrick, Jesus Christ. Galen Erso, he says, my wife and kid are dead to Krennic. But then all of a sudden, the woman, his wife, runs down the field with a gun. So, one, putting Jin in danger, putting herself in danger, and putting Galen in danger like a fucking idiot when she could have just hid with Jin. It literally would have been so much easier if she just hid with Jin. The lie would have gone off with a hitch. They wouldn't have known that Jin was still alive. It was just so fucking stupid of her. And it gets even worse because her death is so shittily cut. Let me say that. It's awfully cut. Like, the stormtrooper has the gun. She's pointing it at her. She's pointing a gun at Krennic. Then, the stormtrooper shoots her. Then she shoots Krennic. But it's such a fast, like, bang, the bang. Like, it cuts so jumpily to her shooting. I guess you had to do it like that because it was very fast. But it was just an awful scene. I didn't like it whatsoever. Another shittily edited scene is when Jin and Captain Cassian are going to die. The Death Star explodes Scarif and they're hugging. But then when the flames engulf the two, Captain Cassian does this. He looks to the side of him. They could have cut at a so much better part, or they could have reshot that, because I heard there was a lot of reshoots, and you can tell because Captain Cassian and Jin Erso were never running on a field near the AT-ATs. They were actually up in the sky near an antenna in the entire third act. They could have reshot that. It's like, oh, are we done? Like, it looked like that. They should have cut. That just pisses me off that they did that. I don't know why so much. A little nitpick. Every single character dies, right? I'm fine with it. It had to happen. It's tying up the plot holes. It's like Revenge of the Sith having Anakin kill all the kids. It's tying the loose ends of the story. It makes complete sense why they did it. But did you have to have every single one of them explode? At least have some variation to their death. Baze Malbus goes off, he's shooting stormtroopers, but then one of the stormtroopers goes to throw a grenade, he shoots him in the chest, but then the grenade falls next to him, and he can't walk because he already been shot, and he blows up. Donnie Yen, they throw a grenade at him, he blows up. Bodhi Rook blows up with a ship. Jin Erso and Captain Cassian blow up with a Death Star. Like, you could have at least had some variation. K2SO went out like a badass, got shot by like 85 stormtroopers. Reminds me of Commander Thorne from the Clone Wars. Have some variation to their death, please. That was just really annoying. Wanted to save a special few minutes for this last part of my video. Darth Vader. Holy shit, Darth Vader was so fucking awesome in this movie. You know how shit he was in episode 3? He's fucking great. Oh my god. He does have his demanding presence still. Darth Vader says like that Krennic can use the Death Star still, and then Krennic says something like, oh, so I'm still in command, and then all of a sudden you and he grabs his nuts, he falls to the floor, and you see Darth Vader go like this. So fucking awesome. You won't believe what he says next. Don't choke on your aspirations, General. That was so fucking awesome. I know it was a pun, but it was still funny. It was funny, it was cool, it was badass, everything about it was fucking awesome. And you know, I thought that was gonna be it for Vader. Honestly, because that's all we saw in the trailer. I thought, you know what, I'm good, I'm fine with that. That was cool, I liked it. It served its purpose in the story, it's fine. It might have been a little fan service-ish, but I'm fine with it. No, it wasn't fucking over. Holy shit, was it not over. Darth Vader shows up, Scarif, oh my god. He boards a rebel cruiser, not even a cruiser, it was like one of the, it's the same ship from A New Hope, I'm not sure what they're called. They board it, and then all the rebels they're shooting at him. You just see the lightsaber go up, and it's all dark. The lightsaber just turns on, and he starts killing them all, throwing people up in the ceiling, slicing heads off. Nah, no heads off. I thought that was really fucking awesome. Really, really fucking awesome. Holy shit, it was so great. It was so satisfying to see him chop down those rebel soldiers. The door got stuck. Yeah, that was a little stupid that the door got stuck. Of course it got fucking stuck when Darth Vader shows up. But he hands the plans through the door, and the guy gets stabbed through the door, and all of a sudden the door opens. I don't know why all of a sudden after he gets stabbed. But Vader's just chopping people down. It was so fucking awesome. Holy shit. The movie ends on actually kind of a subtle note. After so much badassery in the third act with all the war and stuff, then fucking Darth Vader showing up, you think it would end on a very climactic ending. But you know, it actually ends very subtly. Leia's given the plan, and then she says, A New Hope, I think there's a New Hope. Maybe something cheesy like that. I did not like her CGI. It looked like fucking shit. I'm sorry. You know how shit gets really plasticky, you know, when they recreate humans into CGI? It looks just like the fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson in The Scorpion King. It's not that bad. Some parts, actually, it's okay. But she's literally in it for 10 seconds, and it just gets worse every single second she's talking. A review for Rogue One. I really did enjoy the movie. It was a very fucking great experience. You know, every Star Wars experience is great. Like it or hate it, you know, it's Star Wars, and it will always be fucking awesome. So, hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe. Like the video. New videos coming out soon, I promise. I'm about to record like 80 different videos today. See you all next time. Bye.